This here's a shot of that I used in my previous video about the Wakari Island volcano. I adjusted it a little so that to bring out this. This is the shock wave. When the shock wave forms, it becomes a protective barrier, almost like an atmosphere around the impacting bolide. And that protects it from further ablation, meaning further breakdown, vaporization, etc. It's like a shield. It's like a bubble. This may be the best image that I've ever seen of one. Here's a diagram of an impacting meteoroid. And this here is what we were just looking at. This is a side view. Now, I don't know if a shockwave and a sonic boom are the same thing. I'm not sure that they are. I don't think their diagram accounts for the sonic boom that is also attached, because that should be represented by sound waves, around here. That's how I would draw it. I would draw little squiggly lines, because as this thing makes sound, like it's exploding up there, every time it explodes, that's another big sound created that gets pinned up against it. It can accumulate a large amount of sound waves on its way down. And that's what makes, then the sound you hear in the video makes so much more sense, and why it's such a sustained sound. We didn't see an explosion, like a flaming explosion at the ground level. It was only this massive explosive sound, because it was almost like tape recording. Yes, it's almost like a tape recorded sound in the air. Like the sound gets trapped and then it doesn't play until it reaches the ground. Does that make sense to everybody? God, I hope I'm explaining this okay. Now notice, it's not making any sound. It's doing all this ablating right now. It's exploding. We didn't hear an explosion. I think it was like listening to a tape recording of the explosions. Did you notice? We heard several booms. Want to hear it again? Also, notice how close this all happens to power lines, high voltage power lines. And it seems to follow the line of them. It seems to follow these wires, like the impact itself seems to be traveling along that electric plane. I'm not sure what that means. It's just an observation. Also, notice the light. I mean, we know this one's an impact, but all the colors, you get that sick orange. This looks like it's probably release of iron. And then you get this ugly, nasty green mist that we often see before tornadoes or during. I think what we're hearing are these explosions after the fact. Boom, 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 boom. Weird, right? So the more of it that blows up, the more of it that quote unquote burns up in our atmosphere, the worse that sonic, the more damaging that sonic boom is at ground level. Because each sound is collected, saved, and becomes part of the sonic boom when it's delivered. And it has extreme, I think these have destructive power beyond our understanding.